Today I'm going to expose something that Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy knew, but that most people still don't completely understand. This is going to totally change how you see manifestation. Joseph Murphy said something revolutionary. Your desire is your prayer. Picture the fulfillment of your desire now. Feel its reality, and you will experience the joy of the answered prayer. But why is this true? Let me break this down for you in a way that's going to blow your mind. You are joy, you are peace, you are happiness, you are love, you are fulfillment. The individual may forget who they are, so they receive desire from the source of fulfillment within, and desire is prayer. Mark 11:24 says, "Pray as though you have already received it, and it will be yours." So a person may do this or that prayer, this or that technique, so that they know who they are and what they already have. What he's saying is that desire is your prayer. You can simply know through desire that you already are, that you already have what you desire. What naturally results from that is how it appears. What the person does, what the person doesn't do, what the person says, what the person doesn't say. All of this happens naturally, effortlessly, in flow, from the premise of already being what you desire to be, already having what you desire. I trust that you witness this, and I like the word witness. As I sometimes say, I am this pure consciousness witnessing all these things, appearing in perfect harmony. Witnessing is this vision of this world that is free, or as stated in Romans 12:2, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." You are this perfection, witnessing all these things, appearing naturally, effortlessly. Once you know that you are fulfilled, as your desire is your prayer, then you are fulfilled in that regard. Of course you would experience joy. Joy is your true nature, just as love is your true nature. Neville Goddard also said, "Prayer is the elevation of the mind to that which we seek." What do you seek other than to know who you are? You receive within yourself a desire to experience the life you desire to live, which we can call your dream life. You desire to experience your dream life. You desire to know who you are and be as you are. And it may not be the life that another person lives. You can look around and see what other people are doing and try to copy, but that may not feel natural to you. See, you already know who you are. You discovered who you are through desire. You already know how you desire to live. You discovered that through desire. Desire points to the fact that you are already fulfilled. Desire is your prayer. I learned this in the old days with Think and Grow Rich. He said that if you have a burning desire, then that is the definite chief aim. Definite chief aim can sound like something to do, but actually what I discovered is that all these things happen naturally. All the people who contribute, the environments that contribute, the resources, everything appears in harmony and unfolds like a wonderful play. Lately, I've been saying that the world seems to dance with you. You are this pure consciousness witnessing this world dancing with you. As Neville Goddard said, prayer is surrender. It means abandoning yourself to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You are fulfilled whenever a desire arises and you abandon yourself to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. What does that consistently point to? The fact that you are fulfilled. Do you imagine that God sees you as not fulfilled? That's illusory. As an individual, I came here to experience fulfillment. So what do? Well, you naturally visualize the fulfillment of your desire now. In the silence, there is no shame or condemnation. There is only fulfillment in the silence. Naturally, from the silence, you imagine yourself being what you desire to be. You imagine yourself having what you desire. That is the definite chief aim. That is the vision. Having accepted that you already are that, everything happens naturally in flow. What you do, what you don't do, what you say, what you don't say. Everything happens naturally, spontaneously, in flow. Why does the individual sometimes report that there is resistance along the way? Well, maybe because they forgot who they are. So no shame, no condemnation. You remain in the silence, witnessing all these things, appearing in harmony. In the silence there is no resistance. Emotions are released. Emotions regulate. Nervous system regulates. Thoughts are no longer identified in the mind. I simply remain as I am witnessing all these things. The body seems to flow. Do I still think? Yes, I think. I think clearly from the premise of fulfilled desire, from the premise of knowing who I am. As Neville said, prayer is surrender. Surrender to God. Let God do all the work. I can do nothing by myself. The Father within does the work. The desire emerged. Thank you. It's done. And you can naturally visualize the fulfillment of your desire. You can simply remain in that feeling of joy, the feeling of fulfillment, the feeling of the wish fulfilled. What is the role of desire then? Well, this is God's play. Ultimately, only God exists, and this world seems to dance with God. You simply witness God's dance. How do you return to the source? Through desire. You desire to be who you already are. By accepting that you already are what you desire to be, that you already have what you desire, everything seems to be in perfect harmony. So your desire is your prayer. As Neville Goddard said, prayer is surrender. So this is surrendering to being. Whenever a desire arises, thank you. Surrender to being. You thank God through desire. We know that desire points to your fulfillment. You are fulfilled. You naturally think from the silence thoughts of harmony, as stated in Philippians 4:8. Whatever is true, honest, of good report, lovely. If there is any virtue, if there is any praise, think on these things. You naturally think on these things from the premise of knowing who you are. You are what you desire to be already. True identity. So you play your role. Everyone plays their roles. It's a perfect play. And prayer is a way to surrender by knowing that you are what you desire to be. God does everything. God does even these things. Everything happens naturally, spontaneously, effortlessly, in flow. You remain as you are in flow. I speak from personal experience about this as well. I discovered Joseph Murphy's information shortly after I read Think and Grow Rich. It was the first time I heard about this concept called subconscious mind. And then I read The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And then I learned about the infinite intelligence within the subconscious mind that Napoleon Hill was referring to as infinite intelligence is God, the doer of the works. So if I purify the subconscious mind of these limiting beliefs, God does everything as God was always doing everything. It's just these beliefs that were distorting reality. All I did over the years, and I teach this, I share this, making these videos since 2013, I just committed to the definite chief aim. Along the way, the mind purified itself of these beliefs stored in the subconscious mind, and the light of consciousness, this pure consciousness, emerged as all these things I once desired, and even things happening spontaneously that I don't remember consciously desiring. But when they appear, I can honestly say This is love, this is happiness, this is peace, this is fulfillment. Why wouldn't I commit to being who I am? Why wouldn't I commit to what I desire to experience, which represents the being that I am? That doesn't make sense. The natural result of being as you are is flow. Everything seems to flow. While in flow state, the individual in the body experiences bliss. Actually, while in flow state, there is a neurotransmitter that is released called anandamide. The experience can be described as bliss. Thus, it is called the bliss molecule, anandamide, named after the Sanskrit word ananda, which means bliss. Literally experience bliss doing the things you love to do. The natural result of being as you are is following your bliss. Desire calls you back to the source of fulfillment. It's prayer. As Joseph Murphy said, your desire is prayer. I trust you found this video helpful. Let's conclude this with an auto-suggestion to further encourage. I know that desire is prayer to elevate my mind to that which I seek. Thus, I already am that which I seek. The natural result is the feeling of joy, happiness, peace, bliss, fulfillment, including body in flow, emotions flowing, thoughts flowing, the world flowing to be in harmony with me as I am in harmony with everything. If you enjoyed this video, leave your like and subscribe to the channel for more manifestation content that really works. And tell me in the comments, what desire are you ready to recognize as an already answered prayer? Until the next video, know that you already are everything you seek to be.